Alright, so today we are just doing a daily reading for Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio. I'm feeling this sort of like, I don't know, Phoenix energy, I guess. Currently facing a situation where a decision needs to be made, like a sort of stay or go decision. So this will be a reading for Scorpios who are facing some kind of decision. We'll pull from the Universal Truths deck first. This is black tourmaline. It's supposed to cleanse and protect from negative energy. And then we just cleared our space with sage. I also have cinnamon, a red thread, and bay leaf for our protection here. Spirit, what do we need to know for Scorpios today? I'll do a universal message. Spirit, give us a universal message. And then open it up with a few cards from Revealing the Dreams of Gaia Tarot Oracle today. Universal truths. What universal truths are we embracing today? Awareness. What is truly essential is more often than not invisible to the eye. The most significant things are usually concealed amongst the smallest details. To access our empowerment, we must begin to sharpen our senses. Do not be oblivious. Look beyond the obvious. Awareness is the first step of the sacred laws because the lack of it gives the dark forces room to play. It is also the first step to a successful life. To be a wise one must be an aware one. Our awareness is a quickening of acute protection for ourselves and those in our life. We deliberate with caution, but deliver with courage. This act of self-respect facilitates a profound upgrade for our human evolution. Remember, awareness holds within it the primary force of spiritual prowess, prudence, and power. Very nice. So we actually got two. We'll pull... Oh! So all of the universal truths. Great. We'll just keep that one out. So we have awareness. I'll put it on top of the deck here. Which is just asking essentially to be present, be in the moment, be aware of what is going on in your day-to-day, like the small details of your day. How are you feeling? How's your stomach? How's your body? How are your emotions? Listen to those little waves of intuition. I was actually going to pull from the Dreams of Gaia Oracle, but I think we're just going to do the regular, oh, Two of Cups. Let's leave that one out. That card keeps coming up for me today. Spirit, what do we need to know for Scorpios today? For the sign of Scorpios. This is a brand new deck. Scorpio. Okay. The Emperor. I'll cut the deck. Page of Pentacles also keeps coming out reverse. Okay, and Seven of Swords. Okay, so our Two of Cups kind of like the overall energy right now. We'll read the actual definitions and then we'll do a intuitive read. So the Two of Cups says, a youth and maiden are pledging to one another. Above their cups rises the caduceus of Hermes. Between his great wings there appears a lion's head. The divinatory meetings are love, passion, friendship, affinity, union, concord, sexual relations, and that which nature has sanctified. So this card to me right now signifies the chemical marriage of like the embodying your internal divine feminine and masculine. The feminine wears this blue robes, which is like the sign of emotions, water, receptivity, and white, which is truth, spiritual truths. She has the laurel wreath on her head, which is made of bay leaves usually, and bay laurel, and it's the sign of victory, of consciousness. The green signifies her heart space, and then bay, it represents victory again. And then the man here, and she has red shoes, which means she's like grounded in her like sacral space, and also like there's a red roof on this house in the background, so it like signifies that she's grounded in her like the home of her body, her spiritual realm, like embodying that, feeling safe, which I think for women, I remember hearing this like something on TikTok last week. It was this guy who wrote a book called The Gift of Fear, I believe. He said men are afraid that women are going to laugh at them, women are afraid that men are going to kill them. So like on a very fundamental biological level, men and women have different fears to encounter inside of us, in our archetypal divine male and female selves. For the female, grounded physical safety is a priority. So she has these red shoes on, signifying that she's achieved this and is able to also embody her feminine receptivity, her intuitive side, and does so in a victorious, regal way. So this man, he has his yellow boots, yellow tights, and I don't actually know what is on his tunic here, but yellow is the color of willpower, and then his red flower hair wreath suggests that he's learned to use his willpower. I think the divine masculine like expression of will, like like the penetration sort of idea of like a masculine archetype is like it's penetrative, it's willpower, it's action. So yellow is the color of the third chakra, and him wearing this yellow signifies that he's been able to like overcome like the shadow side of like taking action in the world, and learn how to take action in I want to say deference for some reason, in respect for other people, and use his willpower wisely. Also, this red here indicates that security is in the taming of his mind, his rational mind, to be able to use this willpower and express it in the world and through his actions in a logical, rational way. So the caduceus indicates the divine marriage, the alchemical marriage of the intuitive masculine, or the intuitive feminine, and the rational masculine within the self. And then Hermes is the messenger of the gods. He's also, I think, associated with Thoth in Egyptian lore. And his messengers are winged. So we've got this lion at the top, between like the caduceus of Hermes. Hermes was like, he was associated with Thoth and, who am I thinking of? Yeah, his last name, Hermes Trismegistus, sorry. He's associated with healing, with the alchemical arts, with sympathetic magic, and with like synchronistic thinking in order to heal. So this divine chemical marriage is like being able to voice intuitively and embody intuitively and act rationally, like according to like divine inspiration, which is achieved through like self-respect. Essentially, that's what this divine marriage can signify. It can also signify partnership in business. I think it's not, since it's not the lovers, it's not the lovers card, it can signify partnership in like the real world, and partnering up with somebody who's not necessarily like a lover, but is going to help you to achieve a feeling of completion or oneness, or be on your way towards that. Let's see here. The red wings, I think, also means like grounding messages. Red is the color of the first chakra, so, and then the wings are indicative of like messages from higher realms. So having the strength to like ground higher realms messages in this alchemical marriage, like in your home, like bring them into your home and create security for yourself. So if you have a decision to make, this card is saying that opening up to a friend, opening up to a partner, or having somebody aid you in achieving this decision, whatever that may be helpful. But if you can't find somebody to help you with this decision, you have the strength within you to embody internally what will be mirrored externally in your reality. That's the whole idea of the chemical marriage as well, is that if we achieve oneness within the self, then our ability to manifest is like embodied, and your internal reality mirrors, rather your external reality mirrors your internal reality, and vice versa if you're a clear channel. So that's the overarching energy. In the past position, we have the Emperor. So I'm just gonna read these as though this is like what has been creating blockages for this decision. And the Emperor says, the Emperor says, stability, power, aid, protection, a great person, conviction, and reason. So in the past, either you were this person, you had this person, or you encountered this person. I'm getting the feeling that this is the energy that you've been embodying, and that this decision has come about because of your stability, because of the power, aid, protection, and conviction and reason that you have been able to embody. Let's see here. These rams may indicate stubbornness. He's sitting on a rock throne with orange-colored mountains in the background. So orange is the color of the second chakra, our ability to like relate to other people. And the Emperor may indicate like being on the defensive as well. He's like armored up, ready for battle, and very much cloaked in his like sense of safety. He also has, I can never remember what this is called, but this is like the cross. He has like his scepter and this little ball thing here indicating like consciousness and reason, like the ability to use those two, like his receptivity and his like willpower hand in hand. And then he has his crown, which allows him to like communicate with higher realms. I think that was sort of the point of crowns initially. In any case, this is the recently embodied energy, the Emperor. Some wise wise, potentially older person, or a sense of feeling wise and older and strong in your masculine energies, your reason, your logic. The Page of Pentacles is a messenger, a gift offered, and it comes in reverse. So it's telling me that maybe you were expecting a gift to be offered or a message to come that like didn't. And the whole reason that you're having to make this decision now is because that expectation was not fulfilled, whether because of the blockage of this energy, like feeling like potentially you need another person, potentially like thinking that your fulfillment was going to come from another person. This message may have already come and you just didn't see it because you were expecting it to come from outside instead of from within or from spirit. We'll get back to that and clarify that. And then the final outcome for this decision currently with these energies as they are is the Seven of Swords, which is like a really stressful looking card. But we'll see why the Seven of Swords. Let's see here what the Seven of Swords has to say. Oh, maybe we should we'll go back to the Page of Pentacles first. So the Page of Pentacles first says, a youthful figure looking intently at the pentacle that hovers over his raised hands. Reverse, it means prodigality, dissipation, liberality, luxury, unfavorable news. Yeah, so like maybe you've just been like procrastinating on something that you need to do and hoping that, yeah, that this message was going to come to you from the outside. Or maybe you need to like rule yourself a little bit better instead of like have some discipline instead of like hoping that that disciplinary measure is going to be like enforced upon you. Like this is requiring discipline, this card. And maybe you've just been a little bit tired. Maybe you've been a little bit like, maybe you've had a spring cold or something. Like we've had a spring cold here and like we're just getting over them, my son and I, and like this might indicate like a period of needing to rest. And maybe, I don't know about you, but if I have a period of needing to rest, sometimes I feel like it's indulgence, or I feel like I should be doing something, and this card may be indicating to you to like allow yourself to just relax so that you can be receptive for these messages, or recharge your batteries in order to be more disciplined. So again, this reading here, these are the energies for blocking the ability to decide whatever this decision is, for Scorpios that we are making, moving into the future here, moving into the end of spring and early summer. Okay, finally, Seven of Swords. I hope this is making sense. I feel like it's a little bit more all over the place than the readings have been. Seven of Swords says, a man in the act of carrying away 5 swords rapidly. The 2 others of the card remain stuck in the ground. A camp close at hand. Divinatory meanings mean design, attempt, wish, hope, confidence. Also quarreling, a plan that may fail, and annoyance. Oh, so interesting. This card for me is interesting because I actually, like, in my decision is to go and retrieve things or not. I had to move recently and all of my things are sort of back in my home state, 2 states away. And I have to like go retrieve these things potentially. And this failed plan would indicate actually somebody else's plan failing. So this guy getting away with 5 swords when there's a camp nearby and having to sort of like sneak thief in to get his 5 swords, like it is showing that your plan will be successful, but it may not be as successful as you hoped. Like there is like some sort of small sacrifice that has to be engaged in. Like, perhaps you have to, like in my case, like I'll have to sort of like spend a little bit of extra money to like go back and get this stuff, but what I'll be coming away with are like some really sentimental things that it'd be kind of terrible to lose. In your case, it may mean, like in anybody's case here, Scorpio, like whatever decision you're making, you're doing so in a way that it seems like it comes impulsively. Like you need to, because of this like resting period and this liberality, this like freedom that you've encountered here, and this message you've been waiting for that like didn't come, you sort of impulsively are like, okay, I'm gonna make this decision. And because it's like impulsive, it's not exactly going the way you thought it would, but you are still getting away like 5 out of 7 right here. It's kind of like if you studied for a test, maybe you miss a couple questions, but you still pass, you know. 7 is also a number of like sacred protection, and in terms of the chemical marriage, the alchemical marriage, 7 is like the number of the chakras, and like I think I mention this all the time, but Mary was exorcised of 7 demons, and some people believe that is like indicative of the chakra system, like her like moving her kundalini energy like through the 7 chakras. So this guy embodies like the chemical marriage on the 2 of Cups, in that like just that sort of numerology, like you go from 2 to 7, like the completion of this alchemical marriage cycle is to like have this decision made and get away with like your 5 out of 7. Maybe you'll have to go back in the future and like address a couple more of these like demons or these blockages like that you have, but that's kind of how life works, right? Like if we were to just walk through all of our decisions and our troubles like without any blockages or hindrances, like this wouldn't be like the karmic school of life like on this planet that it is, I guess. Anyway, he's got his red boots and his red cap, so he's protected in his journey. He's protected spiritually, and in his mind. He's got his purple tights, which means that his vision in his third eye, vision is like violet, like the third eye, 6th chakra, is moving him. And then he's got his orange tunic, so he's able to like relate to people or communicate with other people as is needed to achieve like this decision. And then yellow in the background is like action. This tent, like this camp nearby, tells me that like these swords belong to the people who are staying in this camp, and he like doesn't. So you may be making a decision to like leave a group or a place or a dynamic that you don't feel welcome in, or that you don't feel like you're necessarily a part of, and you may feel like you need to take what you can with you, and maybe the sacrifice is just like the bonds that you've created with this situation, and kind of realizing like you have to let those go in order to like move on. Also, I mean, 5 swords is like a pretty good burden, so like just realizing that what you're walking away with here, like you've got your hands full, and that's enough, you know. You've got plenty to work with, you've got plenty to defend yourself with. Like whatever you decide here, you're going to be walking away with your hands full. Okay, let's do some clarification, because this reading, as weird as it feels, is actually, I'm like kind of enjoying it, and I want to do a little bit of clarifying. Oh man, so let's clarify the Page of Pentacles. Why is the Page of Pentacles here in reverse for Scorpio regarding this decision? Regarding, okay, the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Cups came in. Okay, so you actually like have a better offer coming in. You're like waiting for a better offer. You're waiting for a better message. And it's coming in quite fast, with more authority. And then the King of Cups, you paying attention to your emotional stability. You've been resting and chilling, basically, in order to maintain your emotional stability. And the King of Cups shows that was the right move. Great. King of Cups. And then, yeah, the Knight of Pentacles coming in on his, like, super cool horse, with a better offer for you. Great. And then your Seven of Swords. Let's clarify the Seven of Swords. Why is the Seven of Swords here? This King of Cups may also indicate that you've been letting your emotions guide you. So while something may seem like from the outside, it may look like you've been kind of just resting on your laurels or your haunches, or procrastinating, your emotions may need attending to. But attending to your emotions actually brings in this better message, this bigger message, and one that is more like protected. Alright, so the Seven of Swords is the Four of Wands reversed. Okay, Four of Wands says, from the 4 great staves planted in the foreground, there is a great garland suspended. 2 female figures uplift nosegays, and at their side is a bright bridge over a moat leading to an old manorial house. Reverse, the meaning remains unaltered. Increase felicity, beauty, embellishment. They are for once almost on the surface. Country life, repose, concord, harmony, prosperity, peace, and the perfected work of these. Great. So, yeah, the Four of Wands, like, displays again, like, these 2 people in felicity. Here it's 2 women. So, companionship. And then in the background, there's, like, a celebration going on. The 2 wands on either side indicate 1111, so like an opening or a gateway, or like a star bridge, basically, to like higher, happier realms. Like this, whatever decision you make, it looks like, is going to bring about, however you make your decision, it's going to bring about like community and joy and peace and harmony. Interesting. Alright, let's get one more to close this out. 2 more. We'll finish one. We'll do one more clarifier with the Rider-Waite, and then we'll pull an oracle card. The pollen outside is crazy today. It's just like pouring off the trees. Everything is in bloom. Nirvana. Okay. The Hermit reversed. Oh, cool. So you might have been in this hermit mode lately, like just kind of on your own, working on your work, doing your thing, keeping your light in the darkness. And then the Hermit reversed indicates that you're going to be coming out of this phase and enjoying celebrating with other people. This decision that you make is going to like bring you out of that energy. And reverse, it says concealment, disguise, policy, fear, unreasoned caution. Yeah, so this card is telling me that whatever your fear was about making this decision, either way, it's going to be revealed as like an unfounded fear. And whatever like policies or concerns you had that were like sort of holding you in place, they're gonna like look like nothing once you're out of this decision. Like basically once you feel good enough to make this decision, like this pentacle has increased because you've aligned yourself with your emotions, you walk away with your 5 swords, which are, you know, your thoughts, essentially, and your ability to communicate them. And you leave these 2 behind. Perhaps you, like, weren't always communicating the way you wanted to be, and, like, maybe that's okay. Like, you can leave those, like that stress, like, that was maybe making you a little bit snappier than you wanted to be, like, that work situation, whatever it was, like, that is going to be left in the past, and you're going to be kind of back through a doorway, even, like maybe you're in the same situation, regardless, like, you're in the same situation maybe, but it looks different because you finally, like, made this decision or gotten this message or this, like, communication, and it encourages you, this will encourage you, this, like, celebration or this new outlook to, like, come out of your hermit energy and to like, realize that this unfounded fear was, like, conquered with this, like, emperor energy and this divine alchemical marriage of the male and female within the self, and then also, like, by engaging in community with other people, whether or not you, like, even meant to. Yeah, overall, really good reading. Okay, let's pull one last card from Dreams of Gaia. Yeah, Dreams of Gaia. We'll pull one last card just to give, like, a what does Scorpio need to know? What messages, Spirit, can we send Scorpio to give them confidence in this decision moving forward? Call today Decisive Wednesday. What can we send Scorpio with to bring them confidence and clarity in this decision? 2 energies here. The 7 of Swords. Whoa, what? 7 of Swords twice. Okay. And the Ace of, I think this is fire. Let's see. Love these cards. Ace of Fire, which is wands in the typical tarot. So let's read the 7 of Swords here. So in this deck, swords are air, which is the element associated with swords generally. So this is spirituality, religion, politics, personal dogma, excuse me, atheism, fundamentalism, indoctrination, kindness. It's not what we believe, but how. Lift others up. Does what you believe make you kinder? Are you willing to lose another for your beliefs? The 7 of Air symbolizes the realm of spiritual belief, religious practice, and personal dogma, and the influence they have upon how we perceive the world around us. Spiritual belief can make our lives feel complete, make us healthier, happier, kinder, and more compassionate people, and yet it can also place us at odds with others and start wars, both global and personal. It can bring peace and a healthy sense of well-being, or it can literally place you in harm's way and tear your world and life to pieces. Spiritual belief in the form of religion has throughout the centuries been one of the root causes of almost all human conflict, and it is still one of the leading causes of bloodshed in our modern world. Excuse me. The 7 of Air offers an opportunity to look closely at your life. Are your personal spiritual beliefs dogma? How do they influence your thoughts and behavior? And contemplate whether they serve to make you a better person or make you more critical and rigid. Yeah, so the 7 of Swords here and 7 of Swords here both are indicating a need or a upcoming encounter that will have you changing your perspective, which is what this clarifier indicates here. You'll be changing your perspective, either about what you believe and how it's been influencing your life, or how to see using more like receptive male energy, receptive masculine energy. I'm hearing like you'll be able to direct your thoughts more consciously, especially regarding spirituality. Sometimes in like spiritual messages or in our spirituality or religion, it's like hard to rationalize, which is sort of like why we have like a separation, right, of church and state, like rationality versus like spirituality. This is telling me that like your spirituality is going to feel more integrated. It's going to be more like apparent how your spirituality has influenced your decisions, influenced your emotions, influenced like how you've acted, and you may find that opening yourself to be more receptive will help bring you past this sort of like this defensiveness. Like you'll be able to like get out of your defensive energy and become more receptive, and like remember that you like write the story of your life. You're creating that story. So that's something to walk away with. And then we have Ace of Fire, the Weaver, is this spider. Which is also indicative of weaving the tapestry or the story of your life. The Ace of Fire is new beginnings, initiative, action, conception, invention, creation, creativity, procrastination. Yeah, so this card is indicating like you're sitting on top of something that you're birthing either creatively or in your perspective, like you're conceiving of a new way to act, a new way to be that's going to bring you out of this hermit energy and allow you to like weave your own destiny, be the weaver of your own destiny. Like all of the ace cards, the Ace of Fire represents the promise of new beginnings and opportunities, but unlike the other aces, this card also represents action. There is a lot of action in this reading, lots of yellow, lots of orange, lots of fire, and grounded action with our pentacles down here too. So yeah, overall, really great reading. It says now, rather than following tradition, do something in a way that offers a new approach. Yeah. Whatever decision you make, it's going to be bringing you inspiration to take action in a new way. It's going to birth something beautiful. Yeah. And you're not even gonna have to like go anywhere or do anything entirely different. It's going to be something small, something every day, especially involving getting out of your defensiveness and like getting out of your hermit energy, which will come as you respect your emotional energy, your spiritual energy, and like your internal boundaries. Yeah. All right. Thank you everybody for being here. I hope that was helpful. If it was, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you'd like. I appreciate and love you all. Light and love.